Have you ever noticed how the press attacks Meghan relentlessly, and yet they can't resist featuring her when it suits them? So take the Daily Telegraph. Yes, I mention you particularly. They decided that her show was trivial, out of touch, and that the crisps were too fiddly to make, and yet they published Meghan's apple butter recipe. Think about that. You criticize her show as irrelevant, and yet you share her content anyway. That's irony on full display. The very thing they try to dismiss becomes click-worthy and proves her influence. This is the pattern. Every project, every show, every authentic moment, they try to use that to drag her down. Yet she ends up winning all the attention. Season 1 of With Love Meghan was review bombed, but guess what? It became Netflix's most watched lifestyle show. And I suspect that season 2 is going to go the same way. The takeaway here is that Meghan doesn't need to fight the media. They often fight themselves. Every swipe, every eye roll, every irrelevant article just reinforces how you cannot ignore her. She's not just making apple butter, in my opinion. She's stirring the pot of public fascination, and she is thriving. So, Meghan, keep doing what you're doing, because we know you are winning.
Imagine a scenario where the Telegraph, a prominent news outlet, decides to critique Meghan Sussex's Netflix show. Now, we're all for constructive criticism, but it's the manner and intent behind their critique that raises some eyebrows. Yes, they did exactly what you're thinking. They threw shade. In an attempt to bring down Meghan's show, they unleashed a barrage of negativity. But wait, there's more. Almost as if in a surprising twist of events, the Telegraph starts sharing Meghan's recipes. It's as though they've taken a deep dive into the Duchess's cookbook, bringing to light her culinary delights. And we're not talking about just one recipe. They've gone all out, sharing her apple butter, thumbprint cookies, and roast chicken recipes. It's an unexpected turn, right? Now here's the million-dollar question. If they don't appreciate her, if they're so eager to critique her, why then are they so meticulously following her recipes in their kitchens? It's a puzzling contradiction, isn't it? But maybe, just maybe, it's not as puzzling as it seems. Maybe it's not hatred or disdain. Maybe it's a hidden admiration, a concealed fandom. They know the power Meghan holds. They know she brings attention, she brings culture, and most importantly, she brings clicks. And let's face it, who doesn't like cashing in on popularity? So here's a message for the Telegraph. Stop the pretense. The more you share Meghan's recipes, the more it becomes glaringly obvious. You're not her critic, you're her secret promo team. You're riding on the wave of her popularity, and that's okay. But let's call a spade, shall we? As we wrap up this scene, let's ponder this. If you don't like her, why are you in your kitchen following her recipes step by step? Let's face it, this isn't hate. This is hidden fandom. Isn't it fascinating how the same media outlets that seem to relish in their critique of Meghan Sussex are also the ones who rush to share her recipes? It's a peculiar paradox, isn't it? The Telegraph, for instance, has taken a rather interesting approach. On one hand, they bombard us with negative reviews of Meghan's Netflix show, seemingly bent on dragging her down. At the same time, however, they're all too eager to share her culinary secrets, from apple butter to thumbprint cookies and roast chicken. You've got to wonder, if they're so against her, why are they in their kitchens, painstakingly following her recipes? Why are they sharing her culinary creations with such zeal? It's a question that begs to be asked. And the answer? Well, it's simpler than you might think. This isn't hate. This is hidden fandom. Meghan Sussex is a force to be reckoned with. She brings attention, she brings culture, she brings a unique perspective that is both refreshing and intriguing. She's more than just a name. She's a brand. And the Telegraph, like many others, can't resist the allure of cashing in on her name. They may not admit it, but their actions speak volumes. Every recipe they share, every mention of her name, it all serves to fuel the Meghan Sussex phenomenon. They may cloak it under the guise of criticism, but in reality it's promotion. The Telegraph, whether they realise it or not, has become an unwitting member of Meghan Sussex's promo team, and so the truth unveils itself, the hidden fandom that lurks beneath the surface. It's there, in every shared recipe, every click, every mention. It's there, waiting to be recognised. The more you share Meghan's recipes, the more obvious it is you're secretly her promo team. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The secret's out. The hidden fandom has been unveiled. Now, let's talk about Elizabeth Solaru, who boldly stood up for Meghan Sussex. Elizabeth, a renowned luxury cake designer and a woman of high regard, has shown the audacity and courage to call out the hypocrisy of the Telegraph. She observed the blatant double standard in their actions, criticising Meghan one moment and capitalising on her popularity the next, and she wasn't afraid to say it out loud. Elizabeth's defence of Meghan was not just a defence of an individual, but a stand against hypocrisy and hidden agendas. She pointed out the glaring truth that the Telegraph, despite its attempts to disparage Meghan, was actually using her name to draw attention. And isn't it ironic? The very person they aimed to bring down was the one lifting their popularity. Elizabeth's bold statement resonated with many, sparking conversations and bringing attention to the issue. Her words were a mirror, reflecting the duplicity of those who claim to dislike Meghan, yet follow her every move, even down to her recipes. Elizabeth, in her wisdom, saw through the smoke and mirrors and brought the issue to light. She didn't just defend Meghan, she defended authenticity, honesty, and the courage to stand up for what's right. Her defence of Meghan was a powerful reminder that actions speak louder than words. The Telegraph might be trying to tarnish Meghan's image, but their actions are betraying their true intentions. As Elizabeth pointed out, their actions are revealing a hidden fandom, a secret appreciation for Meghan that they might not even realise themselves. Elizabeth Solaru's defence of Meghan Sussex was a beacon of truth in a sea of hypocrisy. She stood up for Meghan, not just as a person, but as a symbol of what happens when one dares to break from tradition and carve their own path. Shout out again to Elizabeth Solaru for defending Meghan and saying what needed to be said. She took a stand, and in doing so, she reminded us all of the importance of authenticity, courage, and speaking truth to power. In the end, it's clear, Meghan wins. Despite the relentless negativity, Meghan Sussex stands strong and undeterred. She is a testament to resilience, a beacon of unyielding strength shining through the fog of unnecessary criticism. The more they try to drag her down, the higher she rises, like a phoenix from the ashes. It's not just about winning, though. It's about thriving in the face of adversity. It's about turning every stone thrown into a stepping stone, every obstacle into an opportunity. Meghan is not just surviving, she's flourishing. She's not just a duchess or a former actress. She's a woman of substance, a woman of power. She's a mother, a wife, a chef, and much more. She's a multifaceted gem, sparkling in every light, captivating in every angle. Meghan's resilience is not just inspiring, it's infectious. It's a call to all of us to stand tall, to be unapologetically ourselves, to turn the negativity into positivity, to rise above the noise and let our actions speak louder than their words. Her situation is a testament to her strength, her appeal, and her undeniable charm. She's a woman who knows her worth, a woman who isn't afraid to stand her ground, a woman who refuses to be defined by the opinions of others. And that's why, in the grand scheme of things, Meghan wins. She wins not just for herself, but for every person who's ever been unfairly judged, for every person who's ever been underestimated, for every person who's ever been silenced. Her win is our win. Her strength is our strength. Her resilience is our resilience. Her story is our story. So let's celebrate Meghan's win. Let's celebrate her strength, her resilience, her unwavering spirit. Let's celebrate the woman who refuses to be silenced, the woman who continues to rise, the woman who continues to inspire us all. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because the hypocrisy of the UK press is the gift that keeps on giving. See you next time.